Hello, good folks. Another little resonance from the Koshi chime. This one attuned to the element of water. On occasion, people have been asking, what was that chime? So, Koshi chime, for those of you who are tuning in for maybe just the first time. Hello and welcome. I'm Carol Omar Behan, and I reside in a bit of heaven and paradise in a place on the northwest corner of the Catskill Mountains that is named Lightspring Glen, a name that it offered to me back in the decade or so when I was so privileged to find it and be invited to set up residence here. So I'm going to say early, if I seem distracted now and then, other than the dragons, there is an uninvited, several little tiny guests for the very first time ever. In this space, there are little tiny ants. Not sure why they're here. Maybe it's because Earth Day is coming up in another week. I don't know. So if I occasionally glance down and maybe as long as they don't get on me, because I don't mind ants in general, I'm not wild about them being, well, they must be bringing us some kind of presence today. So I'll just leave it at that. So welcome so much to what I would hope will be a video with a message from a dragon. And if you have tuned in prior to this video, this dragon, which is the dragon of the dance, has come to us before and in a very particular time. I'll get to that a little bit. So, yes, it's a dragon who's returned to bring its message to us. These are dragons for those who are new here, and a special welcome. Thanks so much for joining us. These are dragons that have worked with a woman in Wales, a wonderful woman, a very, very lively dragon. What's the right word for you, Val? Well, certainly a dragon lover like I am, but she works with the energies of the beautiful dragons who seek her out. And she has created from these encounters over a decade, through that connection and through her art, this incredibly lovely dragon wisdom oracle deck. There it is. Her information can always be found in the details, and any number of you have looked her up. There is a new part of her offering other than the deck itself, and that on her Facebook page. Well, I've got that a little bit backwards. On her website, there is a new offering available to all of a dragon interactive device, so to speak. Let me get it right here. The Garden of the Heart. And the Garden of the Heart, just go and have a look at it. But at the moment on Facebook, on her page, she is on occasion, it's an opportunity to enter this beautiful garden, a host of dragons with parts around the garden that they are preside over and offer a portal into so many beautiful wisdoms and teachings. And what she is doing on Facebook, and today, April the 15th, she is inviting you to go on a dragon garden journey through the portal that leads to intimate connections with Gaia. Absolutely wonderful. Have a look. I've been blessed to receive the Garden of the Heart, and I have an invitation to go into one of the portals later today. So, all of that, a richness of opportunity to work more with dragons if you're still new to them. Curious to know more about them, a perfect place to begin. The other available opportunity within this channel where you see it, if you're coming in through Substack, lovely to have you here. What is less obvious if it is Substack where you see these is that over on YouTube, where these are cross-posted, there is a community page that allows some really just terrific interaction. I've been putting up something almost every week that is a bonus or an addition to what's going on. I'll get to that in just a little second because there's a particular part of that I want to mention. This morning, as I was thinking that I'd be sitting down and the dragon that has come forward and then talking with you and all of that is how fabulous it is to sense the growth of this community. Certainly through the comments that many of you are offering. It is, I mean, when I began these 6, 7 months ago, I knew there'd be other people out there, and I knew Val's work already. So I knew her and all that was available. But to think that through these messages of these beautiful dragons and their oracle cards, that people have with their dragons, I really feel this seriously, as the comments have indicated, coming together and celebrating those of us who find among our guides and allies a dragon element, a dragon companion. It's really, really wonderful. Thanks so much for what you've shared with me, and clearly other people reading your comments, sharing with each other. So go and have a look. So that's what we've got. Welcoming you all here. It's the title that seemed to be wanted to working it through to make it. I don't have it written down, so I might misquote it as I say this here. It's a huge week. At the end of this, being in the season of Aries, is the new moon in Aries. But that's not the only huge thing happening, which is why the title of this video is The Dragons Helping Us Surf the Waves of the Aries New Moon and this week. On that community page, something I offered, because again, there's so the immensity of this week, other than the new moon, is everything else going on with the planets that affect our lives. And the link that I shared on the community page is from an astrologer who is she's a delight to read or to listen to. She often records what she's up to. And her podcast, something to listen to, really lays it out what is going on. But I want to read this little snippet from what comes to me in my personal app that I've been delighted to have of her work. So here we are. It is April the 15th. It is a Wednesday. So here we go. By Wednesday, the moon moves into Aries. Then we have Mercury, the moon, Neptune, Saturn, Mars, the sun, and Chiron. That's 7 planets-ish. She said one is a minor planet. That would be Chiron. 7 planetary bodies in Aries, all basically coming together. Hello, that's mighty, mighty. Any of the progression of these videos since the Aries, since the Chinese New Year's beginning, which is the year of the fire horse. And all right, does that now ring a bell? This was the dragon that definitely presented itself to be shared on that video. So go back and have a look. You'll find the title being Dragons, the Dragons Cavort with the Fire Horse. So we'll go back and reread this in a minute, but there might be something of offer there if you go back and look at it, or if you hadn't seen it prior, just go on back several videos. I need to really put together a playlist. I'm not sure. I thought about that as I was starting to do this. Very definitely that this is who showed up today with a review of what that message is. In this year of tremendous tumult, I'll do the alliterative sense of the two, tremendous and tumult, tugging us forward, whirling us in whirlpools, surfing this, all of this. Of course, you appreciate what it is I'm alluding to, but it's more than just the outside world. It's our inner world as well. for me. So I'll just offer it out to you. I was hoping I'd be able to do a video because this week has made all the bigger for me because yesterday I turned the magical birthday of 77. I love sevens. I love that it's the double birthday, and it was incredibly and wonderfully magical. And it's been a lot to factor in because this year is as huge for me as it is for everybody else. But what we've got on our side, for those of you still listening, for those of you tune in again, is we have the most fabulous companions who are here to help us surf the waves in the personal journey that we're on, but we're all in this together. Together we are one. So it's in this beautiful community that we're finding um, more than companionship. We're finding what it is. I'm not quite sure, but it's beautiful. And I love so much that it has become, because I know there are probably other places to go, but I love the sense of togetherness that has taken root and is flowering in this, for me, springtime, which is true for a great many of you in this part of the northern hemisphere. So there we go. And there's been some beautiful things here amidst the chaos that does the surfing thing, making it tough. The beautiful return of the Artemis spaceship to Earth and the emotional, first of all, the safety of their return and the emotionalness of that whole mission and their being back. The fact that democracy in Hungary has flared up in beautiful order this week. Pretty sure you'll know what I'm saying. As I went outside today, which I do almost every day, the least if the weather, and it's certainly beautiful enough to be out there today, you can see I no longer need a sweater to. It's, if anything, it's an extra warm day today for this part of April. And the dragons sometimes offer, apart from their reading, some suggestions for me to pass along to you as we all together traverse this shared pathway that we are on. So what they're suggesting, and then I'll go to this beautiful dragon of the dance and tie it up for this video. They encourage you as much as you can, other than being in nature as often as you are able to, but that every day, no matter how full your day is, that you seek some time for stillness, seeking stillness. As you do so, go into, dwell in your heart center, be in stillness in your heart center, simply to recoup from the craziness or the tumult or whatever it is that has been really demanding of you in that particular day. Looking for that to simply rest, to simply rest. You know, we go to the end of our tether sometime, and then, my gosh, it's hard to know if we're going to be able to get up from the ground and go on. Last but not least, they say, please watch for beauty. Seek out joy. So I'm going to just go back and make a little reference to my own really lovely day yesterday. All on my own here with just the cats, but loveliness in the sense of people reaching out through the internet. You know how that can be. Facebook and that tsunami of greetings was wonderful. But at the end of the day, talking about beauty, there'd been a rainstorm after what was a pretty warm afternoon and a bit of a thunderstorm. And I happened to, because I was in my living room area and I knew the rain was finished. But I suddenly looked out to that end of the house, the west part, and there was a spectacular sunset. And I'm so glad I looked up because I went out to simply be in its beauty. And I felt it a gift for the day that it was for me in the personal sense of my own journey. So the celebration of that. Seek out beauty, seek out joy, because it's waiting for you. Sometimes we're so busy and we just, we have our eyes on the ground to see we don't trip and fall. But there is beauty that is available each and every day. Enjoy, take the time and be in joy to enjoy that. So how it is that the dragon of the dance returned, I mean, ponder on it if you will, and you go back to that video. So there again is its wonderful words and the message that it brings us. So in the spiral of this year, of this journey, of the new moon to the full moon to the new moon, etc., here it is again for this new moon of Aries, and see what you feel. And I'm a little differently situated, so I'm going to come up closer to be able to hold it near the screen and read you what he is bringing, or she, S/HE, she, to take in again in this week. I am the dragon of the dance of the sun and moon and earth flows that glow in the spinning space of the universal spiral dance. Come, let's celebrate life in all its forms. Let's celebrate the beauty in all its glory. Let's celebrate the dragon dance returning to this world. In and round and out we swirl, dancing through dimensions, spiraling in the one heart. We bring our joy to you. We bring our joy to you. Come and do the dragon dance, me and you. That about does it. In terms of, thank you. On we go. In actually, sometimes I worry a little bit about these going on too long, but I figure as long and whatever it is you need, and if it's there within the last part of the video, you come on along with it. I think possibly the videos are bringing, as many of you are wonderfully letting us know, some real value and delight, and whatever it is, it's offered. I feel very much I'm simply their spokesperson. I know that's true, even though I can convey to you my joy in being dragon connected, dragon companioned. So there it is. I guess I'm the example to tell you that. Last but not least, and then I'll bid you adieu for where we are in April. Thank you so much for helping the audience of these videos grow by, whether you're on Substack or whether you're on YouTube, to hit that little place where it indicates like or love. Substack, it's a heart. It's kind of cool. Some love there. The comments certainly are wonderful. Share what your anything around your dragon interactions of the video of late. Visit the community page. We are all in this together. We are together as one. Let us remember how true that is. So for this week, may you surf the waves with skill. May you surf the waves safely. May you surf the waves with a certain joy, knowing there are your guides, dragons, and others to help us through these times. We are here with one another as well. So from Lightspring, Glen, and all the beauty and energy that comes along with these videos, may you have a good rest of your week. We are moving, I think that's why the ants are here. We are moving to Earth Day next week, and they're giving me some ideas of how we can celebrate that really lovely and marvelous day together with one another. I'm talking quite a bit. Thank you very much. Take care. From Lightspring, Glen, to all of you, much love and light. Bye for now.